Episode 1. Ghost Crayons and Snack-Based Negotiations. Max's first day at Little Boo Buddies begins with a suspiciously cheerful welcome mat that giggles when stepped on. The daycare, located in a lightly haunted community center, features enchanted finger paints, snack cubbies that rearrange themselves based on mood, and a nap zone shielded by a semi-sentient curtain named Kevin. Uncle Jake, already sweating through his world's okayest guardian hoodie, drops Max off with a backpack filled with pacifiers, anti-ectoplasm wipes, and a note from Ellie taped to the juice box. If he glows green, offer applesauce. If he glows purple, run. Miss Cammy, the director, greets Max with a nod and a mug that says, "I survived the 1993 ghost tantrum." She sips something that smells like sage and existential dread. Within 5 minutes, Max toddles over to the snack sign-in sheet and uses a ghost crayon, a gift from Ellie obviously, to draw a swirl with tiny teeth and musical notes. This immediately summons Darla, a confused spirit who died during an office team-building workshop and still carries a clipboard. Darla mistakes the daycare for a job interview. Max stares at her, then pushes a graham cracker toward her slowly. Darla is emotionally moved. Max tilts his head. Ellie chimes in telepathically from her 5th-grade lunch table. Offer her applesauce. Ghosts love applesauce. Uncle Jake watches the juice boxes levitate and lets out a long, haunted sigh. Not again, he mutters. Miss Cammy raises an eyebrow. We've been short-staffed. Max negotiates with Darla entirely through snack placement and telepathic emoji. In the end, Darla agrees to take the role of part-time spirit nanny. Her specialties include stacking blocks with eerie precision and singing cleanup songs in a pitch only baby monitors can hear. To finalize the deal, Max draws her a hat. She disappears happily. Later that day, Max naps peacefully under Kevin the curtain, his pacifier glowing gently. Ellie's voice echoes in his mind. Nice work, Boo, boss. One spirit at a time. Uncle Jake picks him up, looks at the crayon drawing still shimmering on the wall, and mutters, Yeah, this is fine, totally normal. Status, spin-off begun. Episodic format, ongoing updates planned bi-weekly. Characters, Max, toddler, medium, barely verbal but deeply expressive, glows when emotional. Ellie, 10-year-old sister, running Hauntwise chapters globally. Communicates via telepathy, enchanted duck plush, and magical voice memos. Uncle Jake, narrator, snack guy, and spiritual support staff against his will. Miss Cammy, daycare director, completely unbothered by the supernatural. Drinks ghost tea. Darla, former office manager ghost, now a part-time daycare spirit aide. Excellent at cleanup songs. Episode 2, Binky of the Damned. It starts with a shiver down Uncle Jake's spine and the soft, rhythmic sound of babies chanting, No nap, no nap, no nap. Max's pacifier, the legendary Glown-Thotok Binky Supreme 5000, has vanished from his cubby. In its place, a scroll scribbled in mashed bananas that reads, The resistance rises. Miss Cammy sighs. It's happening again. Turns out, the pacifier was accidentally left too close to the enchanted humidifier, absorbing centuries of baby wails and ghostly frustration. It gained sentience. Now known as the Binky, it has started organizing the daycare's babies into a full-on nap resistance movement, complete with coordinated wiggles, suspiciously synchronized diaper changes, and a protest chant that makes the nightlight flicker. Max is caught in the middle, as the most magically fluent baby. The others look to him for guidance, but all he wants is a snack and a cozy blanket. Ellie chimes in via enchanted duck voicemail. Do not let the Binky unionize. They'll start demanding juice subsidies. You're not ready for that. Max tries to de-escalate. He draws a picture of a peaceful nap scene with graham crackers and floaty sheep. The Binky hisses. A stack of blocks topples in warning. Uncle Jake is trapped in the baby room, playing sleepy music on loop and waving a lavender-scented sleep wand like a ghostly rave DJ. Finally, Max has had enough. He waddles to the center of the chaos, picks up an empty juice cup, and bonks it gently on the floor like a toddler gavel. Silence falls. Then he offers the Binky a peace offering. A pacifier clip decorated with stickers and protective sigils drawn in yogurt. The Binky glows, the babies sigh, and one by one they drift off into napland. Max settles under Kevin the curtain, his original pacifier restored. He falls asleep glowing faintly gold. Uncle Jake collapses next to a shelf of haunted alphabet blocks. Ellie's voice pings through the baby monitor. Crisis averted. Proud of you, Boo, boss. Episode 3, The Peekaboo Poltergeist. A mysterious presence begins disrupting routines at Little Boo Buddies. Nothing dangerous, just very annoying. Toys go missing mid-play, bottles appear, filled with applesauce where there used to be milk. Worst of all, it keeps whispering PEEKABOO ... at random intervals and then giggling like a medieval jester. Uncle Jake assumes it's just another day at the weird office. But Miss Cammie's mug now reads, "Stop smiling at me, Casper," and she's started warding the juice boxes with dried rosemary and firm language. Max, meanwhile, keeps receiving ghost post-it notes under his crib, scribbled in invisible ink only he can read. Ellie, busy at a Hauntwise conference in Toronto, patches in via plush duck uplink. Peekaboo poltergeists are clingy. Don't play back unless you want it to move in. But Max does play back because the poltergeist seems lonely. After several chaotic rounds of involuntary hide-and-seek, including one incident involving a sentient diaper genie and an accordion, Max sets a trap. He draws a giant glowing circle made of crackers, floaty scarves, and giggle energy. The poltergeist appears. It's a toddler ghost named Pip, who just wants someone to actually finish a game of peekaboo for once. Max covers his eyes, then uncovers them and says, "Boo." Pip screams with joy, explodes into glitter, and immediately falls asleep on top of the juice fridge. Miss Cammie assigns him to roaming enrichment, and Pip now helps rotate the toys and tell spooky jokes no one understands. Max, back under Kevin. Ellie's voice drifts in, proud. Connection made, ghosts soothed. "Boo, boss, strikes again." Uncle Jake updates his resume to include paranormal peekaboo supervisor. Again, trouble brews during snack time when a forgotten pudding cup expiration date, long since past, absorbs the combined energy of a sugar crash tantrum, a rogue juice spell, and an accidental chant from the daycare's Circle Time songbook. It awakens, it seeks, it declares itself. Chocopod, first of the lunch lords. Chocopod begins trying to unionize the snack shelf. Carrot sticks levitate, yogurt packs realign themselves alphabetically. Juice boxes stand at attention. Pip, the peekaboo ghost, is caught pledging allegiance to a snack stack. Miss Cammie has had it. She slams her coffee mug down. Today's version says, "Banished by nap time," and declares a full snack lockdown. Max, caught between loyalty to his snack brethren and a growing dread of sentient dairy, consults Ellie via nap link. Snack uprisings never end well. Remember the granola uprising of 2022? Use Diplomunchie. With Darla, the ghost aide, nervously flinging salt packets, Max initiates negotiations. He draws a peace treaty on the back of a juice label, featuring smiling pudding cups and cooperative cheese slices. Chocopod is unconvinced, so Max makes the ultimate offering, a rare, perfectly intact dinosaur-shaped graham cracker, symbol of toddler unity, treaty token of peace. The pudding quivers, glows, then gently deflates. Crisis averted. Snack time resumes. Chocopod is sealed inside a Tupperware containment snack cup, labeled "Do Not Reheat." Miss Cammie installs new snack protocols. Pip gets snack stacking privileges revoked. Uncle Jake quietly tosses all mystery yogurt into the sun. Max munches in peace. Ellie pings in, "You're getting really good at this. Think you're ready for juice diplomacy next?" Max burps in reply. The juice boxes tremble. Episode 5. Kevin has opinions. Kevin, the nap curtain that usually hums lullabies and keeps nap time peaceful, suddenly starts whispering unsolicited advice. At first it's minor. "Tuck your onesie better, sweetie," or "That pacifier doesn't match your aura." But by lunch, Kevin is offering unsolicited ghost therapy. "Darla, your unresolved filing cabinet trauma is affecting your spectral boundaries." Uncle Jake walks in to find babies quietly listening to Kevin give motivational speeches. Pip the ghost is weeping softly into a sensory bin. Miss Cammie's mug now reads, "Silk doesn't make you a life coach." Max is concerned. Kevin was once his sacred nap zone guardian. Now Kevin is hosting group interventions. Ellie's remote message comes through. "He's been absorbing dream residue. It happens. You'll need to reboot him gently, with kindness and a blanket burrito." Max assembles his team, Pip, Darla, and 2 babies who can stack blocks telekinetically together. They craft the world's coziest toddler burrito using 3 blankies, calming stickers, and a lullaby mixtape. As Kevin wraps into himself, he lets out one final sigh. "Just remember, your value is not tied to your juice box choices." Then he powers down and returns to normal nap humming mode. Max lies down under Kevin and is asleep in seconds. Peace restored. Ellie's final ping. Good leadership is knowing when to swaddle the feedback. Uncle Jake journals about curtain therapy. Miss Cammie places a sticky note on Kevin that says, "Nitrogen monoxide coaching." Episode 6. The Sippy Cup Oracle. During Free Sip Friday, a ritual where each toddler gets to choose their own beverage combo, a mysterious new sippy cup appears in Max's cubby. It's heavy, gold-trimmed, and engraved with cryptic swirls and phrases like "Juice shall decide." Max hesitates. Uncle Jake shrugs. Miss Cammie sighs and mutters, "We haven't had a prophecy item since the yogurt spoon of destiny." The moment Max sips from it, the cup glows, floats upward, and begins delivering rhymed snack predictions in a deep, spooky voice. "If the applesauce be green today, Beware the blocks that float away. Graham crackers in triangle form shall summon a juice-based storm. Babies scream in awe. Darla clutches her clipboard. Pip starts drawing juice-based constellations on the walls. Miss Cammy adds prophesied proof bin to her Amazon cart. Ellie telepathically chimes in. Cup oracles are tricky. You can't destroy them. You have to trick them into contradicting themselves. Max sets a trap by creating a snack circle with contradictory items. Orange applesauce, square crackers, and a decoy juice pouch that's actually water. The sippy cup oracle short-circuits trying to rhyme its way out of the contradiction. It spins. It glows. It utters one last line. Perhaps. Snack is not fate, but a choice. We marinate. Then it deflates into a glittery puddle and gently rolls into the lost and found bin. Uncle Jake, we're never doing Free Sip Friday again. Miss Cammy drinks chamomile out of a thermos labeled No More Oracles. Max sips peacefully from a normal sippy and naps under Kevin. Ellie's closing thought. Sometimes the real magic is in snack stability. Episode 7. The Ghost Who Wouldn't Share. Trouble starts in the toy corner when the stacking rings begin spinning on their own. A previously dormant toy truck refuses to move unless given exclusive rights to the playmat. A new ghost has appeared, Gregory, a Victorian-era child spirit with fancy pants, strong opinions, and zero concept of sharing. Miss Cammy groans when the truck starts reciting lease agreements. We've got a possession lawyer again. Gregory has claimed every toy within a 5-foot radius. He roams the play area muttering, "Mine," in increasingly dramatic tones, even to things like crayons, bibs, and Uncle Jake's phone. Pip tries to intervene and gets stuck inside a toy piano for 10 minutes. Max watches, then sighs. Ellie pings in mid-presentation at a Ghost Youth Summit. Sharing issues usually mean unresolved ghost toddler trauma. Try structured generosity rituals and snacks. Always snacks. Max organizes a sharing circle using fruit puffs and finger puppets as neutral facilitators. Darla provides ghost-safe name tags. Kevin, the nap curtain, mutters encouraging affirmations. Max gently scoots a toy toward Gregory and then scoots it back. Peekaboo style, he repeats this with different toys, slowly inviting Gregory to play with him instead of against him. Finally, Max offers Gregory the most sacred toddler gift. A shared juice box with 2 straws. Gregory hesitates, then accepts. Possession ends. Toys unstick themselves. The truck rolls willingly. Pip is freed and immediately falls asleep inside a bin of wooden fruit. Miss Cammy updates the incident log with resolution achieved via juice diplomacy and peer-led empathy modeling. Uncle Jake eats leftover puffs and Googles Victorian ghost etiquette. Ellie's final message. Good job, boo, boss. Next up, ghost jealousy. It's a whole thing. Max curls up under Kevin with a new friend and a half-empty juice pouch. Episode 8. Ellie's visit. Excitement buzzes through Little Boo. Buddy Zelly is finally visiting in person after months of remote guidance. Max glows faintly pink with joy. Pip floats into the ceiling with excitement. Kevin, the curtain flutters dramatically. Ellie arrives wearing a Hauntwise jacket, a backpack full of ghost tech, and a calm expression that says, "I'm 10 and in charge." She's brought someone with her, Blip, a soft-spoken ghost intern with social anxiety and the power to change the temperature of pudding. Miss Cammy barely glances up from her tea. Today's mug, I supervised a seance, and all I got was this latte. Uncle Jake nearly faints. You brought a ghost intern to a room full of emotional toddlers, Ellie? He needs field hours. And Max is the only baby spiritually stable enough to mentor. Blip immediately hides inside a beanbag. Pip welcomes him with a haunted tambourine. The day is chaos. Darla holds a safety drill. Kevin dispenses unsolicited leadership affirmations. Gregory, the formerly possessive ghost child, recites ghost by. Max levitates a toy helicopter to impress Ellie, who responds with a supportive nod and 2 graham crackers. When Blip panics during juice distribution, Max waddles over and hands him a juice box, then pats the floor. They sit, they sip. Blip glows faintly teal. Ellie smiles. Max has leadership instincts. Snack-based empathy is the strongest kind. They finish the day with group ghost yoga, led by Kevin. Ellie logs Blip's mentorship hours and gives Max a sticker shaped like a tiny ghost crown. Uncle Jake takes a group photo. The camera lens fogs up from spectral joy. Ellie whispers to Max before she leaves. You're ready for the next level? Boo boss? Get some rest. Things are about to get weird again, Max grins. Kevin hums. The nightlight flickers. With potential. Episode 9. Field trip to the haunted library. The toddlers of Little Boo Buddies set out on their first official field trip to the Whispering Stacks Library, a historic site gently infested with bookish ghosts. Uncle Jake volunteers as a chaperone, his only field trip prep, for cheese sticks and a dream. Miss Cammy brings her travel mug, "Don't shush me, I'm awake," and a ghost-bonded stroller. Pip is contained in a backpack with air holes and a musical mobile. Upon arrival, Max immediately gravitates toward the pop-up book section. One particular volume, The Littlest Wizard and the Haunted Alphabet, glows faintly and whispers, "Choose me." Max chooses. Of course, the moment he opens it, the letters pop out. They float. They rearrange themselves. They spell messages. Like, "Nap is an illusion. Feed me snacks or perish. I contain multitudes of crumbs." The librarian ghosts try to contain the outbreak. One yells semantic breach and starts throwing bookmark wards. Blip the intern starts glowing with nervous anxiety. Pip tries to eat the letter Q. Max, cool as ever, draws a crayon circle of containment and offers the book a banana puff and a soft hum. The book responds by curling its letters into a heart and slowly reseals. Miss Cammy nods approvingly. That's literacy-based spirit regulation, advanced stuff. Uncle Jake slumps against a shelf labeled Unsolvable Riddles for Preschoolers. Ellie chimes in via ghost-linked library card. Well handled. Kevin, brought along as a curtain cape, hums softly. One letter Z refuses to go back, and now lives in Max's snack pocket. It vibrates when danger is near. Episode 10, Baby's First Exorcism, It's Just a Cough. The day starts innocently, enough Max has a mild cold and lets out a tiny sneeze during snack time. It's barely noticeable. Unless you're a ghost with anxiety issues, Blip panics. Darla drops a tray of spirit crackers. Pip tries to bless Max with 3 rubber ducks and a teething ring. Uncle Jake, exhausted and overcaffeinated, leaps to the absolute worst conclusion. It's possession. I've seen the movies. Miss Cammy rolls her eyes and grabs her exorcisms are just emotional overreactions tote bag. Ellie telepathically pings, "It's post-nap congestion. Do not sprinkle cinnamon in a circle again." Jake has already started chanting in ghost Latin he found on Reddit. Meanwhile, Max is calmly sipping juice, glowing faintly blue, which, according to the juice glow chart, just means sniffly but emotionally fine. Kevin drapes around him protectively, humming Twinkle Twinkle with extra bass notes. Blip hides in a tissue box. Darla initiates an emergency boo bubble protocol. Finally, Max sneezes one last time, and P.U.A. if accidentally releases a tiny ghost that had been nesting in his hoodie, a dust bunny with eyes. The ghost blinks, waves floats away humming. Everyone goes quiet. Miss Cammy deadpans. "You summoned a sneeze spirit. That's rare." He seemed polite. Max falls asleep holding a tissue and one of Pip's ducks. If you like these stories and videos, make sure to like, comment, and share, so we can make some money from ad revenue and continue getting better and better with our publications. We strive to donate a portion of everything we make to charities that make a difference. Let us know if there is someone or thing you want to support. Thank you for staying until the end and enjoying the story.